up, everybody? It's the first of the month and time to get you caught up on all the top topics this Tuesday morning.
Yeah, Lana, we're talking everything from the upcoming season of Netflix's Stranger Things and how it could be the streaming platform's saving grace.
That, two professional athletes, LeBron James and Steph Curry, sounding off on California's new Fair Pay-to-Play Act for NCAA players.
Plus, if you ever wondered how it would be living maybe like a British aristocrat, well, we've got the details on how you can live in the world-famous Highclere Castle. Great Tuesday morning to you. I'm Brooks Baptiste.
And I'm Lana Harris. Thank you so much for waking up with us this morning. Let's jump right on into it. So as the streaming wars heat up, Netflix is gearing to take up 2 L's. They're losing 2 of its top franchise series, Friends and The Office, which you know are hugely popular shows. So that means it'll be left up to its own original content to sustain them. But they really aren't too concerned about that because they just renewed Stranger Things for a 4th season. The 1980s set sci-fi drama is considered Netflix's most popular scripted original series, and according to the new teaser that was just released, we aren't in Hawkins anymore.
So get this, Netflix Chief Content Officer Ted Sarandos, well, he says, quote, "We can't wait to see what the Duffer Brothers, the show's creators, have in store when they step outside the world of the Upside Down." And then get this, the show will have garnered 40.7 million views of its 3rd season, and that's more than any film or series in its first 4 days.
So, to make sure Netflix keeps those stocks up, they signed the Duffer Brothers to a multi-million-dollar, multi-year contract that allows them to create more series and more films. A release date, though, for that upcoming season has not been released yet.
All right, we're going to keep this thing going. Speaking of series and films, we know it takes a lot of effort to make the films come to life, right?
Yes.
You have digital animation that plays a major role in nearly every Hollywood film, whether it's a special effect or a superimposed dream world for characters to occupy. But the technology hasn't been around for that long.
Actually, it was just 25 short years ago when the first feature-length digital animation was made. And can you guess what it was called? Yes, Toy Story. It's an absolute classic, and its legacy continues to this day with new chapters and new characters. So Raphael Seth has a look at what's available for home viewers this week in the Video View.
Forky is just in a constant identity crisis, and he's just a beautiful disaster.
Tony Hale digs deep to play a disposable soul in the bonus features for Toy Story 4. Pixar sticks a fork in this fan-favorite franchise, introducing a Craftwork playmate. But this handmade tale takes Bonnie's gang on the road when her new plastic pal runs away, and they need help from an old friend to get the toy box back in order. Toy Story 4 is digital this week.
Take this.
Oh, I am not touching that.
It's a baby gun. It allows you to fire it while crying.
Kumail Nanjiani gets a 5-star B rating in Stuber. This comedy features the Big Six star as an Uber driver. He's hailed by Guardian of the Galaxy Dave Bautista, who plays an LA cop. Bautista commandeers the driver's sensible wheels to catch a predator, but who knows how far they'll get when his rideshare partner focuses only on his safety and his rating. Stuber is out on digital.
You're not strong enough. You're not skilled enough. You'll die.
It's Mother Nature versus Women Scorned in Maiden. This documentary tells the story of an all-female sailing crew. In 1989, Tracy Edwards was looking to join the world's most dangerous competition, but when no men's team would take her, she skippered her own band of sailors on a journey around the world, taking on monster waves, giant icebergs, and rampant sexism. Maiden is on digital, DVD, and Blu-ray. That's the Video View. Raphael Seth, NBC News.
And topping your sports headlines, the state of California has passed the Fair Pay-to-Play Act, which allows college athletes to earn endorsement deals and other monetary benefits not normally allowed under NCAA rules. And NBA stars LeBron James and Steph Curry, well, they say the change is necessary for those young athletes.
I think it's a win, obviously, here in California. And, like I said, I'm just honored to be a part of it and be with the governor and for him to understand what a lot of these athletes have been going through for so many years, and so it's the start of something that we believe is special.
I love player-friendly things that put people in positions to be successful and to get what they're owed and deserved.
All right, so here's how I really feel about this. Okay. This was already happening. Yeah, it wasn't legal, but we know these athletes are being slid some money up under the table.
They are, and I have athlete friends who told me that they got a little bit of money slid under the table.
They have coach.
But, right. But my thing is, I mean, we know that they are making their universities a ton of money. And yeah, they don't see a lot of it. But they don't have to pay for their books. They don't have to pay for their lodging, their food. They get clothes for free. Meanwhile, me, with all of my student loans, I'm paying for every bit of that. So I feel like they are technically kind of getting paid. They just don't see it up front.
But it's not like cash, but
Yeah.
they're getting something. So, I'm kind of all for this, though, because I do say since these universities are making so much money, there's not really anything wrong with athletes getting a cut. My only concern is when you have athletes that get some money, and especially when they're college athletes, if they get too much, they don't know what to do with it. Even in the NBA, NFL, professional sports, professional leagues, that happens too. These athletes go bankrupt, especially after they stop, because they never knew what to do with the money in the first place. So that's my only concern with college athletes.
That's a good point. So some financial literacy would be
If
great.
that's a class,
in that.
then
yeah,
you have my vote on it. Yep.
But at the same time, how I feel about it is, you have the finest institution in the land, the University of Georgia. How would an athlete choose Georgia if you know you can go to California and get paid for the same sport, doing the same thing? I feel like it would just give them an edge on the other universities. That's not fair.
You're absolutely right, and that's been a big concern, but now I think that's going to put a lot of other universities in a place where they have no choice but to adapt.
Right.
Because if you don't, you really are just sending your best people over there to California, and again, nobody's going to really want to tune into these championship games and stuff like that because it's going to be the same thing, kind of like the Patriots, how they get to do everything, but let me not start that. Okay?
Right, yeah,
Different
we won't get So meanwhile, today is the last day for you all to apply to experience life as a British aristocrat. So Airbnb is giving one lucky couple the chance to have dinner with the Earl and Lady Carnarvon in the Highclere Castle State Dining Room. So the applications will be accepted starting at 7 a.m. on the East Coast. The overnight stay is slated for November 26th. So that means, sorry family, I'm not coming home for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to go overseas to be with the Earl and the Lady.
I was gonna say that. I was like, well, isn't that around like Thanksgiving time? I think I'm gonna probably pass on this because I like my good food and I look forward to Thanksgiving every year. So y'all can have the
You
castle.
don't think they'll feed you?
I mean, it's probably gonna be good, but it's not. I need that southern, home cooked. You know what I'm talking about?
That's fair enough. Yeah, that's okay. Mike, what do you think about that?
Now, weather with your First Coast News storm experts, powered by AC Designs.